Yeah, Coco. Hi, welcome to my eclectic channel. My name is Agnes and I make videos for fun. We've been working on one of those little numbers. We've cut all the pieces for our welt pockets and it's time to sew them on. So first we need to put the interfacing. So I'm coming back to my shell where I've marked where the slit of the pocket is going to go, and my interfacing needs to cover that so that when we cut it, it will secure the fabric. So now you see why if it's too long it's okay. But you want that on the wrong side though, so it's going to be under. So first we begin with our little rectangles that we folded in half, and we need to top stitch. And then for each pocket, you want to take the smaller lining rectangle and the pocket, what do we call it? The pocket patch. And you want to put them right sides together and then stitch 1 centimeter seam allowance. And I'm going to overlock my my seam allowance because it's fraying like crazy. 1 centimeter, by the way, is 3/8 of an inch. I carry those translations between metric and inches. It helps that my plate is labeled in both. So this is where it gets serious, you guys. Until now we were just playing around. This is where the slit of my welt pocket is going to go. And I want to draw a line above and below it. Overall, this is going to be 1.4 centimeters. I'm switching to centimeters here because we're going to have 1.4 and you get 7 millimeters. And if you try to work in inches, you're down to 32nds of inches, and I am not going there. So 7 centimeters, nope, millimeters. I'm going to draw a line on either side of that. That is 7 millimeters away. So there, I have this rectangle that has the width of my pocket and is 1.4 centimeter tall, and there's a line cutting it in the middle. And then we want to bring in our little strip. So here's the idea. The stitching that we did, we're actually going to use that as a guide. I think the reason why she does the stitching as opposed to just leaving a chalk mark is because the two halves are now attached together, so nothing is going to shift. And what we're going to want to do is to bring this, and the line of stitching that we did on our strip is going to line up with the side of our, like the bottom edge of our rectangle. So these two things need to line up. Width-wise, we need to know what to do. So she's marking. You want to put your strip centered. And you notice that my strip is longer than the rectangle, which is intentional and very good. So we just want to mark where the rectangle, the width of the rectangle on that. And then we're going to take this to the sewing machine, as I've said, line up. So there's a lot to line up because you want to line up your strip so that it's centered this way. And then your line of stitching has to match with the bottom of the rectangle. So you're gonna have to lift and check as you go. And we're going to be stitching right on top of the line of stitching that we already have. I have zero confidence in this process. Let's see how that goes. Well, that didn't go too bad. I see the value in having that first line of stitching that we did on here, because it not only does it secure the two sides together, but also when you're lifting to check that you're following the line, you have a reference guide because you got the back side of the stitching. If we just marked with the chalk, we would have nothing on the back side to go by. So I found that helpful. And then we want to do the same thing with the other strip. So they're going to go symmetrical like this, except you want to lift this so that you can put this here. So again, mark the width of the rectangle. So mark the width of the rectangle, and then when you stitch, you will have to lift this out of the way to put this one here. And again, stitch on top of the line of stitching, watching that we start at the right spot. So touch it like this, and you will have the two raw edges facing each other like that. Alright, now comes the unnerving part. We cut. So after this, there's no going back. What we want to do is to cut a slit right where we had that middle line on our rectangle actually. So cut a slit, but be careful. Your slit should stop shy, and here there's no precise science. We're going to make a little triangle. So you want a centimeter, between a centimeter and a half, so like half an inch. So you want to cut your slit down the middle line on that rectangle, but you leave half an inch on the sides uncut. Okay, I'm going to turn this over so we can see better what's going on. So I've cut my slit, and when you turn it over, you'll be able to see, it's hard to see, but I have my two lines of stitching that I did when I was attaching those little bands, and you get the corners where you get your long threads. So you're going to go from where you stopped your slit to those corners, and be careful not to cut any stitching. So see, it's making a little triangle at the end. And a little triangle here. Cute little triangle. We'll finish the pockets next time. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe for more.